Tell them run it up. I wake up. Yeah. I wake up. Flex. Thumb down now. Check. No drip this. Wet. Tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell them run it up. I wake up. Flex. Thumb down now. Check. No drip this. Wet. Tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell them run it up. 9 out of 10 roll through my hands, I'm by my lonely. Turned to a savage, now my baby wants to hold me. I love my fans, don't need no friends, I got my homies. Thought I could trust you, I find out you tried to zone me. I'm number one up on that court, I'm Nick McGrady. The first one in, the last one out, can't call me lazy. Put in my hours, send the invoice and they pay me. I need 6 rings like MJ and Tom Brady. I wake up, flex, thumb down now, check. No drip this, wet. Tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell them run it up. I wake up, flex, thumb down now, check. No drip this, wet. Tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell them run it up. Y'all gon' make me take that trip way out to Europe. I call up Nigeria, come through in a hurry. Those London boys don't come to play, you should get worried. One false move, find yourself there getting buried. Dance with the devil, used to love playing those games. Made some bad decisions that brought my mama pain. I made a promise to her, swore that I would change. I'm on the come up, bet I live up to my name. I wake up, flex, thumb down now, check. No drip this, wet. Tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell them run it up. I wake up, flex, thumb down now, check. No drip this, wet. Tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell them run it up. SOS. 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 I got you, yeah. SOS. Thought you was a threat. I do real life, do no tip for tat. On the internet, we don't do that. See, I've been a threat, and I've been a vet. Thought you knew that way I'm cashing checks. I don't owe no debts. I've been through that. See you, SOS. 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 See you, SOS. Need a life vest. Need no mic check. SOS. 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 See you, SOS. We don't talk checks. We get to it. We get to it, yeah, we do it, yeah, I go up. We influence, yeah, see me moving, yeah, I glow up. Every time I show up, I can flip my switch out. They act like they know us, but they ain't no dog on big dog. Asking if it's still a flex, say they better go ask Booyah. Never think I'm gon' check, better pull up like whoa. Come to place and I'm the best, I ain't worried about none who y'all. 24, no rest, stand on business, I'm too tall. SOS, thought you was a threat. I do real life, do no tip for tat. On the internet, we don't do that. See, I've been a threat, and I've been a vet. Thought you knew that way, I'm cashing checks. I don't owe no debts, I've been through that. See you, SOS. SOS, SOS. See you, SOS. Need a life vest, need no mic check. SOS, SOS, SOS. See you, SOS. We don't talk checks, we get to it. All in for the jackpot. Every time I want the last shot. Championship ring. Went to started from a mascot. Went to Rollies from a G-Shot. Brand new kettle, no teapot. You should know I don't play. Go sicko mode like I'm T-Scott. Eagle vision from the treetops. Went to image from a green dot. Never had no limit, but I had some Reeboks. Keep it humble, but the fee's not. In the game, no free spots. But I earn what's mine. Nothing less, I'ma shine. SOS, thought you was a threat. I do real life, do no tip for tat. On the internet, we don't do that. See, I've been a threat, and I've been a vet. Thought you knew that way, I'm cashing checks. I don't owe no debts, I've been through that. See you, SOS. SOS, SOS. See you, SOS. Need a life vest, need no mic check. SOS, SOS, SOS. See you, SOS. We don't talk checks, we get to it.
Good morning all. Yes, sir. Hope everyone is well. Hope everyone is good. Let me see, all systems are go. Everything looks like it's working. And yeah, let's get into it. Let's get into it, see what we got going on for today, and take it from there. Yes, sir. So, start off here. Obviously, we had a bit of some movement, you know, overnight. Nothing crazy. I think more on gold here. Thank you for the wishes, guys. I appreciate that. And if we're starting off on daily today, calendar actually, CPI today. CPI is going to be important to see what inflation, they're expecting inflation to come back the same. And yeah, so numbers they're expecting to come back the same. Will we see inflation stay the same? Probably, yeah, with these tariffs looking like they are going to come back in drill here or in spot. We might see a tick up, which will also help the, if anything, we see a tick up, which will help the dollar bullish bias that we've been seeing. Okay, and then we have Bailey speaking at 7 for London session. We have a bit of claim and count change here, but you know that's not moving these days GJ too crazy here. So let's have a look at what's going on the charts here. Previous daily closing just above this resistance here, and then if we look at 4-hour time frame, we are closing bullish as well. So full bullish bias on GJ here. So for buys today to make sense, right now what we got going on does look a little bit interesting here, the way we formed to get back to this 15 here. 5-minute no structure, it's just creating structure right now as we speak. And yeah, I think the best thing to do here is to wait a little bit more for this next 15 candle close and then see what happens, set up 3 or something like that, and then see if it wants to retrace some of this move. Could be pretty straightforward, and then we take it from there. Looking at gold here, on the other hand, gold had a nice early push here. Not nice, actually. It's nice for if you are in it. But this was a nice little candle close above here, and we've had some continuation. And looking at the daily time frame here, previous daily obviously closing bearish. And yeah, closed bearish below basically the daily support here. 4-hour time frame is creating very nice support from this major 4-hour support zone that we had down here. Now, higher time frame, you know, we could start to see gold start to reverse. I've been speaking about that, about seeing gold starting to continue this reversal, but to see bounces from the range lows here is going to be something not out of the ordinary, meaning that yes, we can expect to see bounces. Gold likes to do that before doing a higher time frame major reversal, is reject from the highs multiple times. So seeing a bounce out of here, beautiful liquidity grab on this previous 4-hour candle closing above here. But again, we had this sort of pre-session push here, which makes it a little bit more complex. The 1-hour resistance is a little bit higher here. P1 is previous 1 hour. And yeah, 30 looks alright. It's a little bit higher than the 15, so cascading doesn't really help us. But 15 is the next one. So setup 2s from here will make sense. Setup 2 with like a setup 5 on lower time frame would be better. If we're gonna take like a close above here, we do need that with volume, and I prefer a deeper pullback the better, to be honest. This is pretty decent push out of this range here. This range we were stuck 160 pips. This range we were stuck all yesterday NY session. NY session just stuck all day yesterday in this range. Even Asian, and now we're finally pushing back out of it. So we really need to see some sort of structure to be formed, and then we can look for that buys to continue the buys, right? So looking at DAX here, let's see what we got going on DAX. Previous daily here closing a bullish still, leaving a rejection wick, so not the strongest bullish close. And we're seeing 4-hour time frame. There's a little more up, yeah, I know, but we have to look at the 15-minute first, right? So that's the first spot we're gonna get. That's why I prefer setup 2 to try get back to the 15, not back, but try test the 15, not buy above the 15 would be better. So it's gonna mark this here as a 4-hour resistance. The previous 4-hour support, we're going to clone this as well. Sitting at that as well. So mixed session bias here. Sells below here. How's 1 hour looking here? We have a 1 hour support right here. I want to see what this is first. Okay. A little bit more complex. We have this wick crossing this previous level here. So I'm just going to mark this as a box. There could be some, not complex sells, but some, slightly more aggressive sells below here. Now, if we were bearish bias, I would take a sell back in the range if this was to flip bearish. But even now, there is like a buy setup playing out, but it's too early. It's too early. Just came to see the analysis. 35 for 27 break even there. Target up here is 47. Yeah, I don't trust it with this bias and the time. So we need more information just to see what's going on in here. Do we start to create rejections? What are we going to start to do, right? It's pretty tight. It's pretty tight. The range that we're forming. So just more information is going to help a lot here. Yeah, that's going to help. So that's basically the analysis here. That's what I'm looking for on the charts. Pretty straightforward in terms of what I'm looking for, except for DAX, I would say is more complex because we don't really have something too clear. We do have a selling range, but buying range is a little bit messed up. Not messed up, but it's pretty far away. But DAX could move all the way here very easily. Then you could look for those buys. Otherwise, we need more information to see, okay, can we create a resistance and then close above would also give us a buy, right? Or are we going to create sells below here? What are we going to create? For gold, we spoke about, and then GJ as well, we spoke about, which is seeming to continue now towards to test that previous 15 level. So yeah, we're going to see what ends up happening. I mean, you could even just take this based on 4 hour, to be honest. Congrats on the German car, those are the best. Yeah, I have to agree with that. Definitely know what they're doing. Hi, what do you think about gold setup 1 S-way? Do you think it was alright? I didn't like it. I didn't like the S1 yesterday. This one rarely seems to have some sort of continuation here, these type of things. When you just had this 15, 15, 15, 15 like this, then you pull down. Yes, it looks like a very enticing candle, but it's a rough one when we've had these type of moves, especially after a big morning. You think about it this way. When rarely do we get a V-shaped recovery? Very rarely we get. I really just wanted a buy here above here, a close above here to just get a push. But when you're buying all the way up here, you're expecting basically a V-shaped recovery. You're expecting price to retrace its whole dump, which doesn't really happen all the time. Look, it never happened here. Same thing, right? Fake out here, look. Same fake out here. This one did retrace, but it wasn't as aggressive. And you can see it retraced it pretty much immediately. Same thing happened here, right? Accumulation, tried to go for the retrace, failed. Same thing here. This one made it a little bit further, but again, never retraced it, failed. You can just see that pattern again and again. This dump here was the first dump we had and then ultimately failed. So we're just seeing that same thing here. Yesterday failed, now is trying again. Can it fail? It definitely can fail. And we can actually look for a change of structure for sells with mixed bias. Right, we can do a change of structure for sells with mixed bias and look for that downside. That's why, like today, if I'm looking for the buys, I want to buy to a target that has already been made, not try to buy above the highs here. Buying above the highs here is quite complex. S5, S2, yeah, better. Better. See how 5 looked. Yeah, 5 at this previous resistance here as well. Yeah, that always gives trouble. Yeah, if you look at it on 30, it makes total sense, right? Look at it on 30. You see how it looks super bad. You know, that when you look at it on 30, you start to understand why it's not that good. Yeah, 15 was very enticing, but you have to realize that that's that whole concept. But if you understand the concept, you don't. So either you notice the 30 or you understand the concept. Because these 30 is giving you double rejection wick. Yes, this is the 15 that teased you and closed above, but it's just straight, you know? So you're probably going to get some sort of retracement, and there it came, right? Literally the next candle. I'm interested to see how many candles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You know, it works. That 7 candle rule actually works, right? Strange how that is actually something that's quite accurate now. That you notice it, right? 7 candle push, and then that's it. You know? And then if you look at 1 hour, you know that this was the setup here on 1 hour, but you would have been out break even, unfortunately, on that. Didn't give you enough. Actually, it did give you 1-to-1. So that's another thing, right? On 1 hour, I didn't even notice this setup, but on 1 hour, it gave you a trade. So the trade actually hit TP, which is your 1-to-1. So you can see that actually you're buying the exact point where that trade, because that's the high of the day, you're buying that exact point where that trade is already past 1-to-1, you see? Harry, would you have taken buys this morning on gold? Let me see. Yeah, I would have, but I would have put stop below this structure that had to go below structure. I like the close because we've been trying to break out since yesterday. So I would have taken this, but I can't put stop loss below this 15. 5 minute had no pullback, but this pullback was fine here. So I would just trust the volume. But again, I wouldn't take that setup because I don't trust the volume at that time. That's the whole point. Otherwise, I take it at that time. I would show up every day at that time, you know? Congrats on the Porsche, my G. Was feeling very motivated after your posts and story. Have set targets and realizing how long it took you to reach this point. I'm more disciplined than ever. Amazing, man. Amazing. 15 closed here. Been active a few days, just graduated. Oh, amazing, man. Congrats. Is that GJ news high impact? It will impact. It will impact. I want to wait for that news. And let's see what it does. It will impact. Maybe 30, 40 pip move. But that's decent, right? 30 pip move. We'll take your stop loss out. Because one entry I like on GJ is to take a 4-hour buy right now. Just put stops below the 4-hour and then target 1-to-1, but the next 4-hour resistance 58 pips away, so it's actually pretty nice. It's pretty nice and it keeps things simple. But we have news in about 9 minutes, so I'm gonna hold off for 9 minutes because if a 30 pip move breaking the high here is 30 pips, so that can go and mess you up. Do you avoid Asia? I don't avoid Asia, I just sleep during Asian session. That's my time when I'm sleeping. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed your analysis. Not your analysis, my analysis. And everything made sense. If you did, leave a like on the stream. You guys know the drill. 300 of us in here, 42 likes. Let's get the likes up to 150. I would appreciate it. And let's go. Why don't you stream on TikTok? Maybe I should. I took this trade last NY session. Let me know if it's valid. No, this is definitely not valid. Very, very weak close here, straight into 5-minute resistance. When you're taking an S3 on a 5-minute, you have to base it off 5. 5 rejected that. You can't look to fill a wick. You can't fill a wick that has tapped something, right? This is what's the mistake here. Is you take a break of high, but this is tapped something. So if you're basing it on a 5-minute here, which we can see that's the time frame, you are taking it that something has been tapped. So actually your buys have to come above the resistance. Think about this on a 15. It wouldn't work, you know, because you've tapped something. So it showed you the rejection. So instead of if you got the close, you can try one more time with the close because of bullish bias, but not the impulsive. Not the impulsive, because you need that close. We'll watch your new video after stream, but congratulations on the new car. Thank you so much. Thank you. You'll get banned probably. So if I miss what car did you get, you can see it on YouTube here. Thanks, brother. Thanks. Feel good to drive? Yeah, of course, man. Of course. I've already ripped it around and it's amazing on track, you know. Track is a lot of fun. Cold start every stream? Why not? When did you start saving that car? I've wanted that car since I was like 17 years old, so a long time. It's always been in the back of my mind. I mean, when you do it over 6 years, it's actually okay when you start to plan that long, but you know. Coming to pass my actually tire driving test on my Porsche. What tires you got? Michelin Pilots? No, it has these Pirellis. They're not bad, but the Cup 2s are better. But get through one set of tires and then I'll put the Cup 2s on them. Didn't see the review video yet, but massive Porsche man myself. Nice, but I do, not a massive Porsche man yourself, but I do love a GT3 sexy. Yeah, they are nice. I want to take my Model 3 performance on track. Battery won't last long enough. Love Porsche. I want the old Widowmaker as a project car. If you have a yeah, Porsches are amazing. P0s, they are P0s, yes. How much it cost? It's there in the title. 250. Most elegant spec I've ever seen. It looks good in sun. 100 DAX trades, exactly 100 DAX trades. 100, no, 250 DAX trades. To make that back. P0, oh, I did answer that. Decent bit of rubber still. They are decent. They're okay, but the Cup 2s are better. The new Trofeo RS on the GT3 RS is really good. What's the giveaway on Instagram? I'll be giving away some exclusive spots just to someone who commented on the post. Hey man, how to get over the strategy hopping phase? You just stick to one thing. I know it's silly to say, but it's really what you have to do. You just have to sit. Guess increasing risk paid off? No, this is not just from one increase. This is from 6 years. That's what, like, you know, a lot of videos online will be, look how this trader I made XYZ. No, this has not been possible if I didn't just grind for 6 years straight. You know, always diversifying income sources, always pushing, always doing this. And I've told you guys for the longest amount of time, this project going on, that project going on, doing this, doing that. You have to build a portfolio. You have to build something, and that takes really a long time. Would you modify the car? It's very expensive to modify those cars. Like an exhaust on that car, an exhaust is $25,000 for a full exhaust. For a catback exhaust is $12,000. It's like shit, man. In my Nissan, it's $500, bro. Good exhaust as well. You know? How to overcome lazy journaling? Make an easy journal. Make an easy journal, you'll be fine. That's why I need to start risking a 10k per trade. Oh, that's easy then. 10, 15 trades and you're good. Do you know Akira Naka? No, I don't know him or her. So excited to see you, Godji. Extremely happy for you. As the car guy, I understand what it is. Then I realized I guessed black, not dark gray, and then was gutted. Yeah, I know, right? It's super close, super close. You have 3 cars now? No, I sold the Audi. I sold the Audi. You estimated it as 2 years at the start, then it took 6 years. So did you underestimate the process? Yes, of course. I think most of us do. How many here can agree that they all thought they'd get results way faster than they actually got? I think that is like you know, an easy thing. You know, it's like unbelievable. You know? So yeah, I did think in 2 years. And that was me. And that was me in 2 years saying that that's realistic. That was me in 2 years saying that's realistic, because I was not sitting there and saying, okay, in 3 months I want to do all of this. I was saying, okay, in 3 years maybe I have the, you know, the chance. It took longer. You need a daily car? If you buy me one, man, I'll drive it, no problem. I'll drive it. Oh, I know this guy. Yes, of course. Someone said setup 2 on gold 5 minute. You don't want to be using that type of setups, man. They are very low win rate. Yeah, you can see them play out sometimes, but typically very low win rate setups. Is it true that you cannot be profitable without anyone else's strategy and that you have to develop your own? No, that is completely non-true. That's completely false. Are you a black leather guy? Yeah, I mean, I don't mind the interior to be... I'm not too fussed. What's your take on YA markets? Never heard of them. YA markets. These days it feels like every broker is coming up with a random name. Is the seat comfy? No, it's not meant for that, but it's comfortable enough. It's comfortable enough. Let's see the news. We need to see the news now. News just dropped. Hey, nothing much happened, huh? 10 a.m. 5.2k. Damn, look at this, man. 22. Such a bad forecast. Such a bad forecast. They never get the forecast right. But, you know, this should be a little bit more positive. We're getting this set up through to see what the 5 minute is saying. Doesn't look that bad. One hour closed. Might try a 4 hour position here. 0.75% risk, just to risk probably yesterday's position. So I might try this. I might try this now. So this is what I'm probably gonna take. About 36 pip stops. Yeah, just give it a sec. Good luck. All right. So I tried it. A little bit higher than I wanted to be in. Stops are not there. But this should take the session to play out is my plan. It's a good start though. Actually, I didn't expect it that fast. Yo. That's not bad. Okay. I wish I used smaller stops then. I could have got away with smaller stops, but anyways. My break-even spot is only gonna... Yeah, I wish I used smaller stops, but that was not my idea. It's pretty nice. 8 pips. If I could have used a 12 pip stop, almost been at a 1-to-1. Damn. Anyways, I can't change that now. Risk is calculated. My break even will be up here at this previous 1 hour. So I guess I'm just gonna let this play out. What's your win rate? You can see it on the bottom right of the stream. 4 hour setup too? Yeah, that's what I've decided to take. Logic of the trade, basically 4 hour setup 2 bullish bias. Previous daily closed above resistance, which is definitely a good thing. You're basically buying the daily bottom wick almost. 4 hour created the support to kind of prove to us that the bottom wick has been made because we formed the support. Only threat, of course, is that it didn't close above key level, but on 1 hour we created a change of structure. We've broken the highs now clearly. On 30-minute, of course, we've been forming higher lows. We have plenty of structure. 15-minute, we also have plenty of structure plus a setup 3. It's a lot of bullish pressure here. Not bullish pressure, but like confirmation of supports being made. So if it was to fail because of this one resistance here, then I just have direction wrong today. And the problem is, if I have direction wrong today, then that means bias was wrong today. But bias normally has a high accuracy. So that's the thing. And it is GJ. Like, that's why I'm not going to be surprised if it is going to reverse. But I do think it's a shot, especially when we're running such safe stop loss. We can avoid so much bullshit that sometimes it does. I'm actually getting 1 minute retest. Alright, good luck. Hopefully this doesn't make us lose, huh? Your 1 minute retest entry, and now market starts to reverse on us. It was doing well before Joe showed up. Who are you making money from? What do you mean by that question? Now or in general? Like, what pair am I making money from, or who exactly? Do you count your 6-year journey since the absolute start or since you locked in? Since the absolute start would be longer, but I think I locked in fully on 5 years. But I was looking at it, you know, because of crypto. Do you plan to BE this position? Yeah, but late BE. Today bias has to play out. If bias doesn't play out, I'm losing this today. And that's the decision you can make. Like, ideally, like a normal position BE would be at this level here is not a bad BE spot. Yeah, that's not a bad BE. Where we are right now, after the retest, should be a break even if we were using the smaller stop loss. If this 5 was to close above, now that we've tested our entry again, this could be a good break even as well. But with this such a big stop loss, I just have to trust bias. And then if bias doesn't play out, I'm gonna be wrong. Gold setup 1 possible for buys or sells. I mean, this is moving down already. This move down can lead you into more buys, but you can't take the sells anymore. It's too tough. I mean, depends if it stays here for 4 minutes, but I doubt it. Why don't you consider the 1 hour? Because I base this fully off, yeah, like I said, my stop loss is not tight at all in this position. But it will give me so much room to manage as well. So if this just starts failing, like, you're gonna lose a very low amount. You're gonna lose a very low amount. You know, ideally I put stop loss below here. COGO analysis plan for today. You had buys above. Bias is mixed today. Same, looks like gold actually here. Looks like gold. So that's your buys. Yeah, this is good. I mean, stop loss, you'll have to see what stop loss, what happens with stop loss. We don't know yet where stop loss, but the buys is good. I like the buys. They look nice. It's like gold, early gold, right? Making money using this price action strategy, in your opinion, is this how big banks trade? Are the confirmations after market? No, you're a retail trader, you never trade like big banks. Big banks trade using just orders. And banks don't trade. Banks fill orders, they are market makers. They have nothing to do with trading actually. I'm new, why did you go as soon as the candle went higher than the previous, not wait for it to close? Because I already have the close. On other time frames, we have the close. What did you change within yourself to make trading work for you? It's a combination of multiple things over time. You solve for X, right? X is always your issue, right? So it could be emotional, it could be technical. Once you stick to a strategy and it's a proven strategy and you just stick to it to refine the small details, which is pretty easy to refine small details, you know, such as stuff like stop loss placement, entering break of high before break of high, waiting for bottom wicks. Those are the small details that can help add 1-2%, but that matters long term, adding 1-2% to your win rate. And then after that it's like, you know, some emotional things. Maybe you overtrade, you take bad trade, you hesitate out of good options, FOMO into bad options. Like, that's all part of the journey, and that's going to be dependent on each individual. And that's it. Will closing below the 15-minute resistance affect this trade? It will not help it, but not with our stop loss placement, because we're expecting buyers to continue during the day. So it would affect it if my stop loss was here for sure. Because if we were to retest into the key level again, then I'm going to be stopped out. But with stop loss down here, I need to only start worrying once we break this structure. But once we break this structure, I can only lose half of what I made. I mean, half of what I risked, sorry, not made. But yeah, it doesn't help. It will just delay the process. You know, like, it's still a good close, but it's going to delay the process that we close below. How did you first gain capital to fund your trading account? From crypto. Bro, how did you end up saving money for a real account? Yes, it was from crypto. Now, if I didn't have crypto to make me money, then yes, saving money would be good. And actually, I'll probably look more at getting good at the skill and then going down the funded route. These days, I think the funded route is powerful, but you need the skill, guys. And this is where I think many fail, is that they don't accept. Like, I would put $100, $200 into account just to get the practice and build the skill, and then you can go down the funded route. But many people don't actually take that. Yeah, DAX moving pretty crazy here, back-to-back candles. This was a good setup, huh? It's just the time wasn't my time, so it ended up working nicely. No 5-minute structure, but there was here, so your stop loss would have been, yeah, that would have been fine actually. So that was a good setup, just weird time. I haven't taken a setup that time on DAX, I think ever. Five-minute was shit. Yeah, it wasn't the best, but you had your stop loss at least below 5-minute structure. Gold is looking scary. Looks like it wants to do some fake out mastery. How about GJ 15-minute wick fill? I don't like it because it tapped resistance. Like I said, it's not a good thing we didn't close above the resistance, so. Do you recommend to take the trade after volume time if there is a setup? No, because that's after volume time. You just want to really stick to setups in. It's okay to hold the trade after volume time because you took the trade in the best timing. So mainly like accurate setups happen during, but you can trade outside of volume time. It's just like with these stops, like this type of trade, I don't mind taking any time during the day. Like this type of trade we're in now, I don't mind taking this at any time during the day. It's not really an issue. Why? Because it's you have stop loss in such a safe place, and it's more based on higher time frame. You're trying to trust the daily process. Like in perfect world, this setup here should have at least 80% win rate right now, believe it or not. Because of bias, full bullish bias, break of structure on daily. So unless some BS happens and we just see selling pressure come through, it should actually at least get to our break-even point before any shenanigans. Would you say for someone like me who had to go to work and can't really get on the charts, setups like 4-hour would be better if I set alerts? Yeah, but they don't always come and they take time. It's a different mode. You have to, 4-hour setups you have to take specifically. They have to have good range. Like today is okay because look how small this 4-hour candle is. It's like 30 pip candle. 30 pip candle and the range is pretty good, you know? Where's my position gone? I don't know what happened to my position, but you know? Okay, that was weird. You know, 36 pip candle, range is 56 pips, so it's not bad. It's a clear pullback for a sell setup. Yeah, I could be wrong, but I just have to follow bias. I don't mind being wrong in this position. GJ has been a little bit inconsistent, and I'm expecting, like, I'm not expecting too much. If it does it, I'm not going to be pissed. You know, it's just how it is. You know, if you think it's a sell, then it very much could be a sell, yes. You know, but if I'm looking at just probability-wise with daily break of structure, close above here, huh? And with 4-hour time frame creating a support here, setup 2, and full bullish bias, it has in you know, from data over how many years, it has, you know, a good probability to at least see some upside. Now we can argue that that upside has been seen, so we're just gonna see if it will be able to crawl up during the rest of the day. If not, if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong, you know. Do I really want to be in a position on GJ like this? If I could choose to be in gold or DAX, I would prefer, yes, because they've been more accurate, but I'm not seeing any setups. So as a trader, I just kind of have to take the option, you know, and then based on these trades, I mean, GJ has not been the best performer of the year. But if you notice, this is not really a normal trade. I'm taking this based on a very high time frame. You know, this is based on a 4 hour. This is more of a different approach. The question is this 15-minute resistance going to be the end of everything? Is that enough to reverse the 4 hour, reverse the 30-minute, and reverse the daily, reverse the everything? That's what you're asking in your head. In my head, it's a possibility, but is it enough to cause me to not take a trade or to be like, no? It's hard. It's hard. The only other thing is I just quit GJ, which I'm not yet there just yet, but you know, pretty close. Is volume time before the session, in the session, or which session? On London, it's like 1 hour before because we have Frankfurt open. But from New York, I think the best volume is after. Not I think. I know the best volume is after New York open. DAX value going up after you bought the Porsche. Yeah, I think they're happy we joined side, huh? Look at that. Porsche pump. I mean, DAX should be paying us today. You know, because I paid DAX, basically. Yeah, I definitely paid DAX. So DAX should be paying me today. That would be nice. When you're in a longer time frame setup, and you are shorter 15-minute, and wait, when you're in a longer time frame setup, like you are, and a shorter 15 setup with all confluences comes up, will you add to your trade possibility? Yeah, you could. It's just your risk tolerance, you know. There's no harm because you're just taking a setup, right? Like, do you want to add 2 positions on that? Sure. Still like your 2 bullets for the day, right? If you lose both, then that's it, you're done anyways. You just gave all your eggs in one basket, but that's not necessarily always a bad thing. GJ is becoming slower and slower. Yeah, but you know what I've noticed on GJ is sometimes it does this and then you get one candle that does some business. But yeah, definitely becoming a slow pair. When did you start streaming on YouTube? I don't know how many years now. We have to see the first stream. 3 years ago. This one was a test stream. And then I started streaming 3 years ago. Basically 2.5 actually, because you can see how fast. This is 2 years ago was when serious. 2.5 it should be now. After achieving dream car or money, what does it feel? Does it feel empty afterwards? It's not as good as you think it would be. You more enjoy the money is always like a tough part, because it like makes you feel in less of a bracket. Like there's so much money in this world that it's actually crazy. So you just learn to enjoy the experience. For me, I'm a different person. For me, like in life, I really just want like a household full of love. I want solid, life for my family, security that I can provide, and good memories, because that's all of this flashy stuff will come and go. Now, part of my good memories, and that's just my personal choice, is to drive a cool car because I have a passion for cars, right? So yes, even though that's part of my cool memories, and that requires money, so that's why I go on the journey to work hard for money. To be honest, that's the first thing I would give up though. For health, anything. For household full of love, security, I would also. Household full of love, lol. Yeah, you're laughing at it now is because you don't know what that truly means. Trust me, man. Trust me, go get a family, build your own family, and live in your own little bubble where you provide the world and you're the king of your own household, and then you're a real man. Trust me. You're laughing at that now, but one day when you cannot provide for your family and you're not the man of the house and you're struggling to pay bills, that's the time when you're gonna be, That's the time when you're gonna feel bad. Because, okay, family, that's why you want, because look, I'll tell you one thing, man. Apart from death of people who you love, is loved ones leaving you. Those two things are probably what, as men especially, find the hardest. So if you have a house full of love, of course, death is normal. That will happen at some point. That's how life works. But at least, right? At least you don't have that option of someone leaving you. If your household is not full of love, then you get into a toxic relationships, You start to disconnect, and then you don't push, I mean, I do think sometimes, breaking up and stuff like that is healthy, because you go into an ultimate grind phase after, because the best revenge is success. Success is always the best revenge. How are you so mature and young at the same time? I need some advice. Well, you have to be that type of person, like, unless you're some internet kid guru who's done it well on courses and stuff like that. Yeah, they can buy up all these cars and stuff like that, but how long it lasts for, we will see. The test of time will prove it to them. Otherwise, you need to be that type of person, right? Because that type of person is the only person that can be able to make this type of stuff, what you do is work or trading or whatever. The why is relationships, love, and family. Yeah, for sure. Did you ever want to travel the world? Yeah, for sure. And that's something you can do. Exactly, right? Travel the world, you know, and this is how it is. Also, build self-value, guys. Build self-value. Like, that's my biggest tip. I think a lot of guys can sit here and, you know, been hurt before. Like, no matter how you've been hurt, from friends, from relationships, from whatever it is. But if you have self-value, there's their loss. I'm serious. I mean, fuck it, man. You're driving a fucking GT3. Focused, fit, healthy. Fuck them. You know? Easy. So level up, level up. You'll feel better for yourself. You'll be proud of what you've done, because if all shit hits the fan, if you're religious, it's you and God. If you're not religious, it's you and you. Please explain the reason you took the trade on GJ. You need to show up to stream, man. We've explained it maybe 6 times. Not 6 is an exaggeration, but at least 3. This 50-minute level is not giving us a easy time, huh? But we're not breaking any structure. Like, nothing is being broken, so I guess we have to hold. We don't have to do anything, but it makes sense technically to do so. That was the 30 close as well. It's a good 30 close, you see. I should remove my line. Do you think close in 15-minute range would work on DAX? We're just pushing straight and doing nothing on lower time frame. This is the first 5-minute pullback after 15 5-minute candles straight. You know, so how much can we trust that this 15-minute pullback is going to be the one? But yeah, it's a tradable range. It's just, remember the triangle concept? You know, so it's always the shittiest place to buy. I mean, check out the triangle concept on our GJ trade right now, right? You see where we are in terms of a triangle. It's not a bad spot. Should further increase probabilities. Congratulations on the purchase, GT3. You deserve it, Harry. I worked for Porsche for 8 years in sales, and for sure an incredible car. Love the spec. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. That's sick. You worked for Porsche 8 years. Pyramid scheme triangle? No, it's not that one. Bro, GJ breaks the high, no volume these days. Don't even know how to trade GJ. Just get out at break even. Just get out at break even. I don't see any other option on other pairs. So I'm trying to give myself an option to be paid today. And if you just don't like the volume, yes, it's a threat. We don't know, but my stop loss is so safe. I'm very confident with this stop loss. Like, worst comes to worst, I manage the trade. I'm not really gonna lose too much if that happens. Like, at some point as a trader, you have to trade, right? If there's an option, you have to trade, because options are opportunities. And if I see an option, I have to take the opportunity regardless of what me being bored that I have to wait or stuff like this, you know? Any plans for New York session stream? No. I do it in the exclusive group only. I'm not planning to do it live. Song choice on Harry's intro was a throw off. Yeah, that was the point of it. you guys haven't watched yesterday's video, go watch it. It's funny, it's one of my least viewed videos. Which I'm actually expected because the algorithm doesn't know how to comprehend this video. So go watch it. Some good conversation. Leave a comment. All of that business. Look, Lambo Urus is a nice car, but it's actually cost a little bit more than a freaking GT3 if you get a nice one, low kilometers. It's not worth it. What time is the open? Because we need some volume from somewhere at this time. I mean, we've moved in the last 30 minutes. We have moved 3 pips to where we currently are. It is pretty bad. Since I entered, it's gone to shit. Harry, sorry. Has a little bit. I love to know how many people clicked the car video and left within 40 seconds. The opening was a little slow. I'm invested, so I watch. Fan of yours. But the opening, yeah, I didn't make this video to go viral. I made this video the way I wanted to make it and to explain it in the humblest way possible. I actually want to create a separate channel because these type of videos will not do well on my channel because my channel doesn't post these type of lifestyle videos. You see, they always do bad. 2.5 compared to 7.4, you know? I think it was pretty cool. But this showroom doesn't show the car nicely though. That's the problem. The car looks way better outside of the showroom in the sun. Like this looks way better. Overtaken by a regular red car? Yep. Scary thing is that at some point there's a move gonna come. What direction is gonna be? Probability wise, it's up. GJ wise, it's unknown. Was amazing video. Watched it on the way to work this morning. The smile on your face when you were driving says it all. Yeah, pretty fun car to drive, not gonna lie. Yeah, the one thing I don't like about big stop loss placement is the amount of work we have to do to get to this. Like, we have some work. And we're not really progressing, if you can see. If this third 15-minute fails to close above that zone, it does give me a reason to probably just give this a miss. But it's not breaking structure, so it's like, how much do I care? Because it's not good that we're just sitting here this whole time, but it's also not bad. That's why I prefer session trades, because we get positive swaps for holding longs. So we're okay. With these high time frame setups, you leave the chart, let it manage. I normally put alerts. So I put alerts at one alert here at this 1 hour zone, and then I would put one alert probably below this range here. Because it's not a good thing if it's coming back inside the range. I don't really mind it breaking this structural point here. It's not too big of a deal, but it has to respect this structural point. That would be important for me. So I'll put an alert there, and then if it taps the alert, of course I'll have a look. See what the hell's going on. Look at DAX. What's DAX doing? Yep, DAX is still pushing here. Not giving you entries though, that's a shame. This closed above the 5, but not above this resistance. That's a tough one. What's gold doing? Oh, that's what I talked about, that classic fake out city. Dangerous stuff what gold is doing. Let's hope that we just had a bit of volume spike come through on this 1 minute candle. We're immediately rejecting it. Let's hope that we can get a bit of a volume spike and close above. That would be really good. We do need that. Set alerts and then play CS. Problem is, you play CS, you will forget about the alert. Best thing to do if you have alerts is to go gym, because gym is pretty easy to manage alerts. Unless you're in the middle of a set. It has happened to me a few times, middle of the set. You miss something, but I'm not looking for those type of trades in the gym where it's dependent by the minute. So close below again. Pretty boring. I think at this point, 5 minute structure is still solid. Yeah, at this point it's hard to manage. I guess at this point we're waiting for London Open is the only way I can see what I want to do with this. Especially with a higher time frame trade. But if you guys do not want to lose, let's say you've been having not really the best month. You know, you do have options for break even now. You know, or managing. I think a great management is anything breaking this 1 minute structure. You only will lose maybe like 2-3 pips if something was to break it. So you can accept a 2-3 pip loss. I'm 15 years old from Poland. I'm scared I won't do good in my life. My dad won't let me spend money on your exclusive group. Do you think there is a chance I'll have enough skill from your live streams to do it live on your own? Your age is your secret weapon here because you have time, man. You have time. You're 15. You shouldn't be worrying about your life about 15, man. And I respect the grind, but you need to also, like, one thing I'll tell you this is that I'm the guy who's given up my 20s to, you know, hopefully have a comfortable 30s. And there is a time where you just need to have some balance, especially at that age. And I think if you don't, you're going to somewhat regret it. Yes, be on top of it. You're already ahead, you know. But there will come a point, I mean, I'm not going to go too deep into stuff, but there'll come a point where you start to think like, holy shit, like I've had to give up a lot. And that will hurt more than you trying to reach your goals and stop you from reaching your goals. And the problem is what type of person can you be to push past that phase? It's hard. It's very, very hard. And you kind of feel like you'll have like a stage, maybe you reach 20, and at 20 you just go nuts and you lose everything. Maybe you made money, boom, you're spending on women, spending on clubs, spending on cars, spending on clothes, and it becomes a mess and you actually go back to square one. And I know most people don't tell you that. They're hardcore, go all in, go all in, go all in, you know. But that is some truth to that. So I'll not really be too worried about that right now, and do focus on, you know, pulling up to live streams, watch the free content and take it step by step, do side hustles, you know, and just build it. You have time, man. You have time as long as you're constantly working and doing things to achieve your goals. You have time, you know, so just go through the process, but also do take time to, yeah, you can cut out friends that are not helping you towards your goals, but you need to be focusing on also enjoying some of the stuff, bro. I've not been in the day for now. I've been out with sessions, lost my dad last Thursday and recovering. Oh, condolences, man. Hey, rest in peace. It's definitely a hard thing, but it is a part of life. Not easy. It's never an easy thing, but you'll soon come to realize that only thing that will heal is time. There's nothing else you can really do, to be honest. It is tough, but time will only heal. So just have to accept that that's life, and that's why you need to value every single minute. There's never a right time for any of these things, so that's it. If we use the small stop loss, we would have got the 1-to-1 by now. Just tapped. Actually, minus 0.0001 pips from a 1-to-1. But now we're cooked with this stop loss. Oh, we have so much work to do. It feels painful how much work GJ has to do. Gold has woken up heavier. Good morning, gold. Daily flips were in a good position. It would be pretty sick, huh? But it's not the best position higher time frame. Like, we don't want to be, this is not really the best position higher time frame. We have room, but it's not like we're buying from down here. This would be sick if we had this type of day back here. This would be extremely useful to have this type of day. Then you hold that. But we have room till daily flip, and that's what's nice. Yeah, I mean, realistic target would be for our resistance to complete it. Probably daily flip. How was yesterday's session? I wasn't able to join. It's the election in Philippines yesterday. Oh, wow. As well as your birthday. Wow, happy birthday. Well, it's now late, so Hope you had a good day. And yesterday was okay. We had this Trump news, which is crazy. China came to a deal with America. So we just took one scalp on DAX, quick scalp on DAX, and that was it. Quick question, how many trades do you take in your exclusive group per day? Maybe about 65 trades, 50 trades. Can we discuss my DAX trade in NY after YouTube stream? Yes, indeed. In what condition do you move your stop loss to break even? When we I can't speak. When we reach a certain level that makes sense to move to break even. Look, the nice thing with this trade at the moment is we have leverage over the market. We're in a profitable position. We can make so many decisions right now. So it's always a nice position to be in something like this because we can always make decisions now. Honestly, we've done enough pullbacks. We should be just getting going, but it's just very slow, man. Very slow. It's pretty dead if I'm being honest. I mean, we've moved 12 pips. Does DAX buy make sense above 15-minute resistance if structure forms? It would, but at the moment we're retracing. Remember today's mixed bias. This might have been the pull up for London to continue down. If London starts breaking back into these ranges here, sells actually might be the option. So we're going to see what happens. Anyways, appreciate everyone showing up. Very interesting conversations about this trade. A little bit more of a higher time frame idea trade, just to give us room. If you like that, you know, definitely leave a like on the stream. It helps. 588 of us, almost 600 viewers. If we can get the likes to 200, would appreciate it. Let's get it giveaway at 750. Bigger giveaway. So that's the next target. And then I guess after 750 is 1,000. And 1,000 we're flexing biceps, bro. Then it starts to get interesting. If flip happens, you think it can go up to 2R? I'm thinking of closing half and leaving a runner. That is a thought, definitely. Gotta get that sus 250 before 1,000 viewers. Like, all we need today is some volume. If we have some volume, it's going to be a great day. I mean, the position is perfect. The entry is perfect. Everything is fine. This is the maximum I can do as a trader. Max. Only thing I could have done is put tighter stop loss and we would already be at the 1-to-1. But that wasn't my idea because that has been losing on GJ. That has been losing on GJ. I'm not really in the mood to lose. And if I was to lose today, it would be very little. For me, a realistic target, like a target I should actually be... This is a great target where we are right here at this spot here, to be honest. But I can't close here. It's a bit too early. It's not terrible. It's only 10 pips. But here, up here, this is actually a realistic. This 1 hour resistance here, this whole block. This is a good target here. On my broker, we actually tapped this. On my broker, we tapped this. Got my first child newborn ripped to my sleep. Yes, but congrats. It's a very exciting new stage of your life. Absolutely new stage. Here's that shit song that comes up. That song is gonna make this retrace. Watch. London Open? Yeah, it's not DAX. If it was DAX, we'd be a little bit more fun, right? London Open. See, on my broker, this tapped this resistance though. So we are rejecting something. We are rejecting something. This is a resistance on my broker. I will move stops up below key level. But honestly, if I'm being honest right now, guys, if I'm being honest, if this comes back to entry and I don't see any reaction, I'm probably just getting out because it really should. Yeah, you can see it tapped. I have the same. So it makes sense why it's rejecting. Alright, 1 hour open here, no bottom wick. We have wick on broker. Oh man, now I change time frame, I lose the charts. We don't. It's making one now. So we'll see how we survive this. Alright, we have to see how it reacts off this range here. It's okay, we come back and retest this 5-minute range. This 5-minute range here, retest is fine. And then we want to see a higher low come and then it should be nice. Hopefully. How about this idea on DAX since it's mixed? Yes, that would work. Right, here's a 5-minute range test. We need to see the reaction, otherwise I'll get up break even. There's your reaction. Can we hold the reaction to see at least a 1 minute candle? Otherwise I get out. So I'm just gonna get ready in case it moves fast. Still holding it. That's the reaction we want to see. So now we kind of have to respect this zone here. This low has to be respected. So if this low is broken, I'm basically out. I'm basically out. Not basically out, I will be out. So I'm at B now, guys. But I still think that this can survive. I still think that this can survive. Like it could just respect this structure again and then continue up. Oh, I'm really thinking maybe just to hold, fuck it. I hold. Stop loss below here, 8 pip stop loss. 8 pip stop loss. I only lose very little. But being at break even here wouldn't be a bad thing. RP had a late entry. Yeah, if you have a late entry, you kind of sometimes have to accept the loss because you're late. It's not that the market dictated that. You get what I mean? So sometimes if you get a late entry, I mean, you could just get out break even. You just have to accept the fact that maybe the trade could still play out. So you have two choices. You either say, I actually trust the trade and I'm going to go with a proper break even and try to hold this. Or you just put the original break even and then accept the loss. Yeah, I think I'm going to be at break even. I'm just not. It should have really started to go after that. And I'm not in the mood to even lose something here. So hopefully I can survive it. If I close now, I win such a small amount, nothing is fine. Yeah, then just sit break even. That tapped me out with spread. So I got tapped a little bit early there, but that tapped me. So a little bit earlier, but that's just what happened to me. So that's break even for me. If you're still in, then fine. Just hold it till you get tapped. Watch it reverse now because I've been tapped. Once Harry gets tapped, then it reverses. But I still trust it. I still trust it. I still trust it actually, you know, but it's not my type of trade. This is taking way too long. But watch it. It should actually reverse now that I've been tapped. It's how it works. I just expected London Open, especially that we were up here, to just do a little better. But there's actually no reason to close. It will be a mistake, this. I know it will be, but I made the decision. And now it's too late. I know it will be a mistake. Because remember how I was talking about I want to just hold this? And if we look at it logically, guys, if we look at it logically, it makes no sense not to play out. Right? Check this out. 5-minute structure is all being perfect. Yeah, check this out. Anyways, I covered for commissions, but I think yeah. I survived that? Yeah, I just didn't survive it. Just. Should work. I just didn't survive. Just. We need to put some of these links. It looks bad. Hi, on those 5 cells of DAX were an example of taking a short previous, not minding that long wick, of course. I saw DAX just dumped anyways. Hard to take cells when it's already dumped this far. You know, if you measure stops here, it doesn't. Huh? This one here? Yeah. But the previous 15-minute you have to be... I mean, yeah, you could see what happens to here if you could get in on the flip. Did it flip too fast or something? Yeah. It's a shot. Because you're not at the level. Is a previous level as well. That would put me out too close to that previous level, but still previous, right? So if you trust the idea and you have the open candles are always a shot if it makes that top wick first. If it pushed down first, no. But if it made that top wick first, yes, it's always a shot. Yeah, it is slightly close to that previous 15 level, sure. But you're trusting more than just a previous level. It's not, you know. You have to have that trust. And if you don't have that trust, you don't take it. It's not the end of the world, huh? It's not the end of the world. What is the end of the world is that I should have just followed my plan and I knew I should have just put stop loss for 8 pips. Fuck 8 pips. See how one small decision can change the outcome, right? Small decision. That's why swing trades, I love to just leave the charts because you just let it do its thing and just trail stop loss. Much better thing, but let's see. I would have been break even now for sure. So let's see if I would have been tapped eventually or not. Like if I have a Porsche. Well, I need 8 pips. Yeah, pretty boring actually that. Boring, but this looks really good now. This looks like it should continue just throughout the day. Man, I need to post links. I haven't posted any links since last month. Let's do it. Let's do it quickly. Because it's giving me OCD. Ten, 12, 13. It's looking better now. It's looking better. Where's 12? Oh, yeah. Where's 10? That got messed up. That date's wrong there. So what date was this? This is not 10th. This would be a different date. 9th. There you go. All right, back to up to date. Thank God. OCD was kicking in. Little bit upset that I actually pulled the trigger on break even. That's not good on a swing trade. But this is what GJ will do to you because of how complex GJ has been, you know? Let's see. I wonder if DAX sells below this 5 is going to make sense as well. 4 minutes though. 30 would look okay. 15 would be okay. 5 is okay. So that would make sense. Equally the buys if that was to close bearish, but respecting the buys are as equal. Yeah. I actually knew it. But I was out by the time. And when it tapped me, it immediately rejected. So I had that feeling. Always follow the original plan, man. Look at structure, man. Look at structure. Structure tells all. Don't be bored in a trade. Don't be bored in a trade. That's the lesson. That's the lesson. This would have been easy trade. Some of you guys survived though. Some of you guys survived. So the ones who survived, now you should be at break even. I don't see a point of losing the trade now. I just didn't survive. Bentley survived. Madstick still survived. Nice. Nice, nice. Still in GJ, think on swing position, better, bit chilled with management. I used to swing and that's always the problem. Take position, leave it is the best. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people survive. I think you guys are okay now. Like now, I don't think it would make sense to lose any money on this position. You know? Oh yeah, you got a nice entry. This could actually be a straight shot now to TP, guys. See how gold is doing. Gold not looking too interesting. DAX as well, getting back in the range. This is not what we want to see because it gets more messy in this range. We want to see a continuation. Made $80. Nice, nice, nice. I knew I should have held. I said from the beginning that's gonna be a mistake. But it's okay. It's okay. It happens. It's not over yet. You still have to get to TP for God's sake. Could just give up right now. But it is looking fine. Even if it retraces, it should be fine. I mean, it's rare that it would. I mean, it's possible. GJB back to B in one candle. Yeah, honestly, with a higher time frame idea like this, you know, you just have to trust the higher time frame. So I actually made a mistake and was managing it on lower time frame, which is not needing to be done. It's kind of like the scars you get from GJ, because I knew when it was hovering close around our entry, I know how quickly we can end in drawdown, you know? But then I have to just accept that. So if you look at it overall, it's fine because you're just not accepting drawdown, so that's fine. Anyways, guys, I'm not seeing anything on, you know, gold here for now. This needs to cook something. Possibly above this 30-minute is going to be buys, but that's not happening now. DAX is also going a bit crazy. This actually might be okay. Let's just see this. Already got out, got a 1-to-1. Nice, congrats. Congrats. Our problem is mad. Harry has a problem with mad pairs. Looks at DAX. This might be okay. Hence can't give up GJ. Market's now waiting for CPI news. No, I think today we had great movement on surprisingly GJ. It just was slow. Just had to trust it. I mean, it's a decent push for the pair, man. Can't complain at 30 pips. It's a decent push. No case opening today. See if I have money. We'll open a case if I have money. I don't have. I need to deposit. Spent it all on GT3. Case money GT3 tank. Surprisingly has a big tank, man. I'm very surprised. Massive. Yeah, 90 liters. I don't know how much my Audi tank was. Can someone check? Nobody gets GT3 in Instagram. I think one person put GT3, but they just put GT3, not 992 GT3. $60 to $70? Okay, it makes sense. What color is your GT3? We start that now? That's the Tradesharpe. We start saying that. All right, 5 minutes close here, but I don't know if we got the risk to reward here, man. We have this level here, which is we can trade to, right? It's a previous level. Stop loss is 58. Targets is 55. It's pushing it. It's pushing it. I don't... Let me see, 1 minute struck. Not the best. 1 minute support here, which we can react off soon. Yeah, I'm gonna wait. Let's see what's happening with GJ. Still trying its best. Crazy retracements on GJ. Congrats on your car, classy choice, beautiful color, great taste. Thank you very, very much. So yeah, if you're still gone hold. If you're still holding GJ, just leave it, man. Just sit at break even and put TP in place and just go enjoy your day, man. There's nothing you can do about this. Just literally put TP maybe a pip below so it actually triggers. and just let it do its thing. You know, that's your best thing to do. You know? And that's it, that's it. So for gold, what are we saying with gold? Gold is still trying to make up its mind. And then DAX has made up its mind as well. It's starting to ping pong. And I hate when DAX ping pongs. It becomes super deadly. But what would be nice is this 5 close like this and next one closes below. That would be valid. I would take that. I would take that as well. You know? Otherwise, that's it. So, appreciate you all. Thanks for showing up to stream. And Thunder, yes. Thunder would be valid as well. Correct. And yeah, hopefully I catch you guys on tomorrow's stream. Good trade today on GJ. It was definitely worth the shot, guys. It was definitely worth the shot. I think I overmanaged. I still would have preferred not to overmanage like this. I would still hopefully still be in this trade, which would be the correct way to be managing this trade. So I did make a small mistake today, but it's okay on a pair like this when it's just such BS these days, right? So I always think long term, and long term I rather not take a loss, even if it's 0.5%, 0.3%, you name it. So appreciate you all. Take care. Have a good rest of your day. Hopefully New York cooks for us today and we can actually eat because I'm pretty hungry. So take care all. Hopefully catch you on tomorrow's stream. And let's continue this week strong. We have the midweek tomorrow and then we'll see how we can finish up the week. So appreciate you all and peace. Cheers, guys. Cheers.